Hi everyone, welcome back to my podcast. I'm Em. I hope you all are doing well. Today we are going to be talking about the new episode of All American, which was season 5, episode 2. And I'm gonna start because there was a lot I want to talk about. Just a lot of things happened, so we're just gonna start. And the first thing I want to talk about, of course, is the opening scene, because I'm gonna try to go in order, which the opening scene was a bowl game, or double game, with GAU, and I was really happy we got to see it, but I'm sad we didn't see more of it, and we just saw the end and saw them lose. I really wanted them to win their bowl, but I mean, it makes sense if they get renewed for a season 6, maybe it will be the next year, and then go into a bowl again and actually win. But it made me sad that we didn't get to see them win a bowl, we had to see them lose a game. It just pissed me off a lot because I wanted them to win their bowl, of course. And I get that doesn't always happen, and this is real life, and you're not always going to win, and they're probably trying to make it as realistic as possible. Also because it is based on a true story, or most of it is. And so I get why they're doing that, because they know that it's not going to be, they're not going to win all the time, of course. And maybe the guy that this is about didn't win his bowl game his first year in college. Who knows? That might be it. I don't know anything about that guy. I think his name is like Spence or something. I might be completely wrong. I think it's something Spence or something. I don't know anything about him, so I don't know if that was based on him, about them losing the first bowl game. If it wasn't, I get why they did it, so it's like real life, because of course in real life it's not always going to be, happy. They win every game. You're going to probably lose a couple. So I get why they did it. It just made me mad that we got to see that, and how Liv wasn't showing any excitement. It was just giving sass the whole time. Watching Spencer, it pissed me off, because I get she's hurting, but I'm just mad she wasn't excited for him. And of course, that is on the writers. Like, we have to blame the writers there for making her seem like pissed off the whole episode. But I wanted to see her hurting more, and I still wanted to see her like supporting him. So that was really sad, but I'm happy she did watch the game at least, especially because she saw Isaiah, or I think that's his name, hurt that other guy, which is so fucked up, and I'm still not over the fact that Garrett wants them to do that, because I get you want to have a chance of winning, and you want to your teammates to be or your team to be the best or something, but I don't think that makes sense to still hurt the other team while you're doing it and take them out for like a whole season. I just think that's so fucked up, especially because I liked Isaiah, or I kind of did. Of course, I don't know much about him. We haven't really explored his character yet. But just from that, I hate him. Because if you were a good person and they asked to do that, you would be like, no. Even though you wanted to please your teacher, or not teacher, your coach, you would still say no. Like, a good person would say no. I would say no, even if I wanted to please someone. Because it's the wrong thing to do, to hurt a player, to knock them out for the whole season. So it was really upsetting that he did that, because I actually liked him. And I just wish that Garrett also didn't kind of force Jordan to get back out there sooner than he should have, because watching that, you could tell that he was in pain and he wasn't ready from the way he was throwing. And it was just so upsetting, because I knew from the last episode, from his face, he wasn't ready, and he was going to do the right thing and be like, oh no, I'm not ready. But Garrett didn't give him time to do that, and Garrett was like, oh no, you're ready, blah blah blah. And he made him do it, which I know you want your best players to play, but you should want them to play when they're at their best, not when they're just getting over an injury. And you could tell he wasn't in his best state. I mean, everyone could tell that. So it pissed me off. But my favorite part about the opening scene, I will say that, this is the fact that Layla was like cheering Jordan on and was like, oh, come on, Jordan, blah blah blah, get up, and supporting him was so cute, because I'm not gonna get that with Spencer and Olivia probably for a bit, so I'll take it from Layla for Jordan, because I do love them. Also, Patience is me. with sports though, because I really relate to her with that part where she was just down there for the food and wondering where her fries were. Like, that's me, to be honest, because my brother and my dad love sports and they always watch it, and I'll sometimes just go down and get food. Like, they always have nice food, so I'll always just go down there for the food, not to watch the game, just to get food. So I related to that a lot, which I'm happy they put that in there, that not all of them care. So I'm happy they showed that. Because in reality, your friend group might not care. Like, or some of them will, but some of them won't. So I'm happy they put that in. But also, with that, Coop's sass towards Liv needs to stop. I don't care what she has to say anymore. I was kind of rooting for her at the beginning of last week's episode because I wanted them to get back together, of course, and she was bringing some valid points. But that doesn't mean you stay mad at her when they break up and you keep giving her sass. Like, at the end of last week's episode, she kind of was needed to pipe down a little bit, and the way she's still giving her sass and she's so like pissed off with her upsets me a lot, because what did Liv do to you? I get she hurt your best friend, but she's done nothing to you to make you that upset with her. Like, I get if she did something personally to you, like hurt you or did something really bad to you, but she didn't. I get she hurt your best friend, but it doesn't mean you gotta give her that sass and be like a bitch to her. Like, damn. That whole opening scene, I do think was like a mess though, because so much was happening, and not just with so much happening, just Coop and her mouth like just going on about some stupid ass shit to Liv, because I wish people could notice more that Liv was hurting. Like, I know she's kind of trying to cover it well, but she's just hurting, and Coop needs to like shut the fuck up about it. Just calm down a little bit. But yeah, I don't know what I said about the opening was like a lot or a mess or something, because I don't know why I said that, because it wasn't bad. I don't even know what I was thinking about. It wasn't a bad opening. I just wish it was better, and by that I mean I wish they would, so the opening could be them winning. But I was happy that we got to see it like on the TV, and because it's based off football, so I'm happy we got to see that. And also I was happy that we got to see Grace at a game in the VIP section, because I thought that was always so weird that we only saw Liv and Billy there. Like, where was Grace? Where was Dylan? Or where is Dylan? That's my question. But I was happy we saw that, and also Grace and Billy like talking and having scenes together, because I always forget they used to date because they never have scenes together anymore. And so I was happy they had scenes together and that Billy told Grace, because Grace has a right to know, because this is gonna affect Spencer in the future, or maybe not even the future, maybe in a few episodes. It's gonna affect him if the story comes out and if it actually is true, which I'm almost positive it is. But when it comes out, it's gonna affect him and his career, and so I'm happy they told her, because she has a right to know what's gonna happen to her son. So, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot. I don't know what's happening with the whole Garrett situation. I really want it to end soon. I don't want it to like stretch out through like the whole season or half the season, because even though I am interested in it, I am. But I think if they stretch it out too long, it's not gonna be good anymore. And so I hope it ends kind of soon, or at the like halfway point at the end of 5A. I hope it ends there probably. Unless they come up with something else that will make the story even better to last the whole season. But I don't know if they will. Because even though it is interesting right now, I think it's gonna kind of go downhill eventually. But I don't know. I might be wrong. I'm going to have to wait and see how they do this season. Because so far, I'm enjoying it. But I know a lot of people are pissed off. You know, that's just me. Okay. But the next thing I want to talk about is Liv and Billy's scenes, because like I said last episode, I was so happy that they had more scenes together. I really was, because we haven't had enough of them in the past few seasons. And so I'm happy he's still helping her, and I'm happy he was actually being like a dad, which of course he is a dad. He's a father, but we didn't really get to see him checking in on her in the past few seasons, or maybe almost all the seasons. I don't think we had many scenes of that. So I'm happy he was asking her how she's doing with the breakup, and if she wanted to talk about it, he's here. I really like that. What I didn't like was how she said it's just a breakup. Like, first of all, it's not just a breakup. It's the saddest thing that's ever happened in the show. It's the worst thing that's ever happened, is this breakup. And of course, I'm happy she did admit the fact that she, of course, still has feelings for him, which we know. We've known this for so long. But I wish they didn't take that 2-week jump since the breakup, so we got to see her hurting a little more, because you could tell she was hurting still, but I really wanted to see it right after. I just did, because we didn't get to see her recovering from it and like hurting a lot. We just saw her jumping back into the article, getting back into it, which I know it's probably good because she's distracting herself, but it's going to blow up in her face eventually when Spencer finds out, because I'm pretty sure he's going to find out next episode, and it's going to like blow up in her face, which will not be good. And I want her to be happy, so I think she needs to take a break from the article for a bit and just relax, maybe go on a vacation, even though I don't want her to not be in an episode. I want her just to relax for a few episodes, or just one at least, and not have to worry about the article, and not worry about any work or Spencer. I just want her to be happy, because I love Olivia so fucking much, and I am worried that with everything happening, that she's gonna spiral, and she's gonna like be really sad about everything and not be able to work on her article. And also, not only that, but also I'm scared she's gonna relapse. I'm like always nervous about this. Through each season, I'm always worried she's gonna relapse. I don't know why. I'm always worried that they're gonna pull some shit like that. And right now is the most worried I've ever been for this, because of course she lost Spencer. They're broken up. A lot of stuff is happening, and people are mad at her, and can't see that she's just hurting, and she's trying to like distract herself probably. And it pisses me off because people aren't being there for her, except Billy is, thankfully. And where is Laura? Laura needs to be there just in case she needs to talk, because if she relapses, I'm gonna blame it on tons of different people, because they need to be there for her more. Like Jordan, I'm gonna talk about this more later. Jordan was being a dick to her. I don't care. He is her twin. He needs to be nice to her, or nicer. I get she's trying to write a story and you're kind of involved with it, and he's not gonna believe her because that's his coach and blah blah blah, but that literally is your twin sister. Like, you have to be there for her, and the fact that he's being a bitch and all the guys are, is just really upsetting. And I am really worried she's gonna relapse. I've always been, like I said, I've always been, but I'm so serious. I was worried in season 2, and thankfully, oh, okay, technically it did happen at the end. Season 3, of course, it happened. And in season 4, I was worried it was going to happen as well. But thankfully, it didn't. But now with the Spencer breakup, and she's probably going to be stressed about it, and she doesn't have... Well, she has Jordan now, I think, because they have scenes next episode, and maybe they'll be on better terms. I'm just worried. I'm just terrified if she's going to relapse, because that will actually break my heart into pieces. Because season 4 was when she became one of my favorite characters of all time. When I started watching it live, I started watching it live in season 4. So now that I connect to her so much and I absolutely adore her, like, more than anything, I really am scared. I'm terrified. I'm really scared about a lot of stuff with this show, but I think the one thing I'm scared of the most is Olivia relapsing. Because she cannot be happy. I just want her happy. Is it too much to ask? Clearly, and I don't get why. Let her be happy for at least a whole episode and not let her be sad at all. Do that for me and I'll be okay. I'm just so scared she's gonna relapse in a few episodes. I don't think it'll happen next episode if it does, but I feel like in a couple or like 2 or 3, if it doesn't get any better, I think she might. And I really hope she doesn't. She's come so far, but of course I know that sometimes you just can't help it. So I'm really scared. I'm terrified. It's a lot. This show does a lot to me, you know. But still on with the Billy and Liv's thing, I was happy that he kind of took control and saying, I'm the adult, I'll handle this or whatever. Even though, yes, she is an adult, but I'm happy he was kind of saying he'll take over and let her kind of relax for a bit because she needs a break. She needs to just relax and think about things. I don't know. I was just happy he said that. And also, Liv looks so fucking good this episode. And I know that's not a surprise because she looks fine every episode. But damn. If you can't tell, I have like the biggest crush on Samantha Logan. So I'm sorry if I talk about that for a bit. And probably each episode I'll talk about how good she looks. But just apologizing in advance. But okay, the next thing I do want to talk about is the Coop and Grace scene, which I was happy they had that because Coop is kind of like a daughter to Grace, but we never really had scenes of just the two of them, and so I was happy we saw them together talking. But what I didn't like is when Coop was trying to talk to Spencer about going out, and the only reason she got him to agree to go out because she said Liv's been out, even though she hasn't. Like, the only time she's been out was to go to Billy's house. It's not like she's been out partying, hooking up with people, out with guys. She's just gone to her dad's house, and that pissed me off so much because that's literally the only reason Spencer kind of went out, because he thinks that she's moved on, but she hasn't. And it's just so upsetting that Coop would say that. Like, I said this before, but what has Liv done to piss off Coop so much? Besides, yes, hurting Spencer, not really hurting him, but them being broken up. But damn, still, she's gonna have to chill there. But also, the way she was talking about how he's been crying, I don't know. It made me so sad to hear that, of course, but it also made me happy to hear that he is crying about it. I don't know why, but I just like when the girls aren't the only ones who are really upset over a breakup usually. But also the fact that he was the one that broke up with her and he's the one who's been crying all the time. I don't know why. That just made me so sad because he did not want to do that, but he had to. And of course, Olivia's probably been crying as well, but we haven't seen that. So, I don't know. I want to see Liv crying over the breakup at least once. Even though I said I want to see her happy, I would like to see her be upset about it, just to show her emotion a little more, not just her being pissed off, which she has every right to be, especially with what happened later on in the episode. Like, that was a lot, you know? And then, okay, the Jordan, Patience, and Layla scene was, I didn't expect it. I thought it was kind of unexpected because we never had a Jordan and Patience scene, kind of, but I did like that little thing, especially because I think that Patience kind of was noticing a vibe from them, and I really hope she kind of catches on, because I want to see her reaction for that. I want to hear what she has to say because I do love Patience. And it was about time that somebody kind of clicked, because they have not been good at keeping it a secret, really. They've been okay, but whenever they're around each other, they're kind of like have these moments, and I think people are gonna figure out pretty fast. But also, when he said he would take her anyway or whatever, I was like, damn, you know, he's gonna have to chill a little bit and not say that in front of Patience. Say that when you're alone with her. Don't say that in front of Patience, because that's when it really, I think, clicked for her, that he was like, oh, first it was the fact that he brought coffee. But then when she's here, oh my gosh, I can't speak. She heard him say that. She was like, damn, you know, she's going to catch on before anyone else. I think she's going to figure it out in next episode, or episode 4, she's gonna figure out that they have feelings for each other. But also, the way that none of them think Jordan is funny, I do have to agree with that, because he was making me laugh with how hard he was trying to make them laugh. But if he did that without trying hard, I would hate him. He's not funny. I don't find him funny, and I feel bad because I absolutely adore Jordan, but I just don't find him funny, and he's trying way too hard, and it's like embarrassing. He's gonna have to calm down. But the way no one thinks he's funny makes it even better. And I said I don't find him funny. I think Patience is hilarious. I do think. And I think Liv's sarcasm sorry about that. Liv's sarcasm is funny sometimes. Damn, my voice is fucked up now. I'm so sorry about that. I don't know what's wrong with my throat. But I was happy to see that trio, like I said in the beginning, when I first started talking about this, that we're not used to seeing them, and I'm happy they're kind of doing some new trios in the midst of everything, because I would like to see more of just some new random trios that we're not expecting. I think that would be really nice. But, you know, I really hope they do. I think they're starting to do more. What the fuck is wrong with my voice? Damn. But I think, like I said, I think they're starting to kind of do more trios and newer friendships, which I'm happy, even though I would like more of Layla and Liv, and we're kind of getting more of them this season, which I like, because I always loved their friendship, even though they were toxic. Now that they're better, I really do adore them. Even when they were toxic, I loved them. And I also love Patience and Layla's friendship, even though they do argue quite a bit, or last season they argued a lot. I still love them and their friendship. And then also, I want more of Liv and Patience friendship in the future. I think that would be really cute. So I hope we get all that. That's what I want this season, is more friendships. Even though we're getting more, but more scenes with like newer ones that don't talk as often, we don't get as many scenes of. I would like more, and that would be nice. And I would like Coop and Liv to be on good terms and have fun together, and not just Coop being a bitch, you know? That's all I want. But you know, Coop, knowing her, she probably is gonna stay a bitch this whole season, unless she gets some knowledge and thinks, oh wow, I'm being kind of a bitch. Liv, I almost said Layla. Liv, maybe I should be better. I think that when Spencer and Liv get back together, she'll be a bit better. I think. I hope. I really do hope. And then, okay, next thing, which I'm really excited to talk about, is Jamie. I really hope that's her name. I'm pretty sure it is. Jamie and Asher. I love them. I've never loved Asher with a girl before, because all of his relationships or like ships or hookups or whatever have never been that great. Besides this one. This one's amazing. I absolutely adore her. I've loved her since she joined the show. Or the first episode, I wasn't 100% sure about her, but when she came back later on in the season and they started kind of hitting it off, I really did like her. She's really cute. She's gorgeous. She's like such a sweetheart. And they're really cute. And now that I'm starting to like Asher more and have more appreciation for him, I like who he's with. So, I don't know. I think this is good for him. And I really hope they stay together for a while. Because without Spolivia together and Jordan and Layla aren't together yet, they're going to push me through with the ships, I think. Because I really do ship them. I love them. And I wasn't expecting to love them. I was expecting to love her this season, just because I loved her last season. And now that Asher's getting better, I'm seeing that they're good together. And she hopefully is good for him. I think she is so far, and I hope he doesn't hurt her. But, you know, I really do like them, and they're so cute. And I'm happy he has a relationship that is actually going to go somewhere, probably. Even though, yes, Olivia and Asher's relationship did go somewhere. But then, of course, they broke up because of Vanessa. And I hope he doesn't fuck this relationship up, because he's fucked all his relationships up, to be honest. So I really hope for this one he doesn't, because Jamie is a sweetheart, and I love her to death. And I just want her to stay in the show. And I hope they get renewed. So maybe she could become a series regular. Because I would love that. To see more of her. And I also would like to see her hang out with the girls if she becomes a series regular. Because I want her to become closer with them. So, you never know. And then, okay. This pissed me off so much. JJ needs to get off his ass and just do what needs to be done. I get it's off season, but that doesn't give you a choice, or it does technically, but it doesn't mean you get to stop working. It's off season, or technically, yes, it is off season, but you still have to work for it. You have to work for next year or season, and you need to be ready and healthy and be strong for football. Clearly, I mean, I don't know a lot about football, but I know some things. And he just needs to keep working out. Like, I know people who do football, and when it's their off season, or when they're not doing it, they're still working out every day. They're hitting the gym, they're training, they're getting ready for the next season, and he needs to do that. I get he doesn't want to, but he needs to, do it. And he needs to I really want him to stop drinking as much and stop partying as much, because I get he's trying to have fun, but it's gonna blow up in his face eventually. I really do think, with how it ended with him getting busted by the cops and drinking so much and having to Jamie to pick him up, I think he's gonna get kicked off the team. I really do. I think it's gonna blow up in his face eventually, because you can't do that. You still have to work hard even when it's off season. So I hope he learns that next episode. I'm hoping he does. I don't know if he will. I do love JJ, but he needs to not just be the life of the party. He needs to work. He needs to work for it. And even if it's off season, he's got to do his job. And Asher, I will defend him this time. I rarely defend him, but I'm going to. He was just trying to help JJ. He is technically his coach now, or he is. I'm kind of, even though they have a different coach. He's like the helper coach or whatever. I'm not sure. But technically he is the coach, or one of his coaches. And he was just trying to help him and get him ready for next season and tell him what's best for him. He wasn't trying to force him into it. He was just trying to be helpful and help him and tell him what the best thing for him to do. Not drink and not just partying and hooking up with people. He needs to hit the gym, get ready for next season, and train and be ready for everything that's going to come up. So I'm on Asher's side with this. I really think Asher was just trying to help him, and I agree with him 100%, you know. But also, JJ, literally everyone, not only JJ, but especially him, he needs to shut the fuck up about what he says about Liv. I'm sorry, that man needs to shut up about my girl. Because the way he was like, thanks to Liv, or something about Liv being too hard to date. I'm like, boy, she wasn't. It's just her job kind of got in the way of stuff and what she's passionate about. She wasn't that hard to date. I was going to say personally, I would know. I don't. But seeing that, she wasn't that hard. It was just that stupid article at the end, and they were just kind of having issues with their jobs. It wasn't that. It was her. Okay, it was her fault for deciding to write an article on that. But other than that, she wasn't hard to date. I don't care what they have to say. And the fact that they're giving her such a hard time is just pissing me off, because she's hurting. I said this before. She's hurting. She's taking time. Even though she's using other things to distract herself, she is still hurting. And the fact that, Jordan said to Spencer, I would break up with her too, but I can't, something because of blood or something. That pissed me off too, because that is your sister. She is trying to look out for you, and you're figuring out, at the end of the episode, he figured out, oh shit, she's right. So, he needs to shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. They all need to shut up about Liv. I'm happy Spencer didn't say any crap about Liv too, and they didn't convince him, because just, that wouldn't be like him. He would never say anything like that, unless he may be drunk. Maybe he would when he's unaware of it. But also, the fact that they were all trying to get him to hook up with someone, you know how hurt he was. Why would you be trying to push him? He's not ready. Like, what the fuck? It pisses me off so much, especially the Smash Tour thing. Like, what was that? Like, JJ knew Liv was gonna see that. He posted that so Liv would see it. I'm almost certain. Or he's just an idiot and didn't think about it. Because why would you do that? His ex was obviously gonna see it. Like, it just pisses me off so much. Like, why would he do the Smash Tour thing? It's just so annoying. Especially with the fact that he is clearly not over her, and all of them know this. So why would you do that and try to get all the girls? And of course, all the girls are attracted to him and all want to be with him. He's really attractive, okay? Daniel is really attractive. I'll say this, 100%. He is gorgeous. But it's just the fact that they probably all want to sleep with him because he's Spencer James and not because they don't know him well. Or I don't know if I worded that right and that made any sense. But because he's Spencer James, they want to sleep with him. Most of them don't know anything about him besides the fact that he's a great football player. I'm pretty sure. I think that's what they said. I hope. But also, okay, with the Smash Tour thing in that post, Davida, because she saw it, I love her now. Now that I know that she's not after Spencer, I do like her. And that took me a bit, and I'm pretty sure most people like her now. The reason I did was because I thought she was kind of going to be after Spencer, especially this episode. But when she said that he wasn't her type, I was like, okay. And it's kind of started clicking, maybe she's a lesbian. Maybe she's into girls. And I'm so happy I'm right. Because I was starting to like her after episode 14 of last season, when her and Liv were kind of on better terms, because I was like, okay, maybe she's not going to be after him. But then when I found out she was in this episode, I was like, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Why else would she be in the first episode that they're broken up? But I'm really happy they're not, because I did really want to like her, because the actress seems really nice. She's stunning. She's gorgeous. And so I'm like really happy she isn't gonna get in the way between Olivia and try to sleep with Spencer. Just because Davida seemed really nice and I wanted to like her. I was just scared. So I'm happy. And I mean, go off. She was getting it on at that party. I was like, damn. And the way Spencer was like, oh, damn, or whatever. And she kept making out with maybe her girlfriend. Who knows? It might not have been her girlfriend. It might have just been this random person. But the way he was saying, like, damn, like, just seeing them still making out. I'm like, boy, shut the fuck up. You would do that if Olivia was there and you guys were still together. Like, you would be probably just making out at the party. I stand by that. I really think they would. He just loves her so much. And then, I'm pretty sure Spencer saw Liv around the Davida scene. I'm getting my scenes mixed up because I don't remember if it was before or after. But the way Spencer looked at her when he saw her, and he was kind of upset, but then also, I think, happy to see her. He still looks so in love, which clearly, I mean, he's still so in love with her. But the way he saw her, like, his face kind of made me want to die and cry, because it looks so sad, too. Like, damn. Like, I really want them to talk. He really needs to talk to her, or he really needs to talk to his therapist about what he wants so they can get back together. Please. Y'all know, if you watched or listen to my other episodes of this, or just my last week's one, I want them back together like more than anything at this point. I love them too much for this world, and I need them back, or I will die. I'm so desperate, And then, okay, I do want to talk about this, though, because I completely forgot about that this was happening. The fact that Grace is moving completely slipped my mind. I completely forgot, because I know it happened at, I think, the end of the season that they got engaged and she was going to move with him. But I completely forgot. I knew she was engaged because of the promo pictures, and I remembered about the wedding, because that's when I think that Bolivia's gonna get back together. But I completely forgot she was moving. And I'm happy they're bringing that up because, like I said, I forgot. But also because if they brought it up later in the season, right before the wedding, it would be too soon. So I'm happy we saw her packing up the house and the fact that Billy was helping her, and they were talking about Bolivia and how like they shipped them, or they didn't say that, but they said they were good for each other. And Billy was like, oh, blah blah blah, they'll find their way back, or they were talking about that. Like, yeah, they will be endgame. It's obvious. They have to be. Like, they cannot not be. I really hope that made sense. Like, they have to be endgame. I see it no other way. They're meant to be together. Especially because, I did my research because somebody brought it up to me, or I think it was my brother, because he watched the show before me, or started it before me, and he said something about how it was a true story, which I didn't know, but I did my research on who he ended up with in real life because I wanted to know, and it's the head coach's daughter that he married in real life. So it's safe to say that Olivia and Spencer will end up together. And I don't see it any other way. If they don't and they end up with different people, it's not going to be anyone on the show right now. I think it'll be a new character if they ever do. But I don't think they will. Spencer's going to love that girl for the rest of his life, and she's going to love him for the rest of her life. What's that, he? So they will make it work. They'll get back together. Grace and Billy are right. They know what they're saying. They know what they're doing. They need to talk to both of them, maybe separately, but try to get them to talk about how they're feeling so they can get back together at Grace's wedding. I want to say that guy's name, her fiance, but I actually have no idea what his name is. I forgot. He needs to show up so I can remember. I know he's kind of cute, but I don't know his name. Anyways, okay. Now, probably the biggest part of this episode, besides everyone getting pissed off by Liv. I completely forgot what I was going to say. But the party, which was stressful. I was dreading that the whole time because I said this last episode. I was terrified that Spencer was going to hook up with someone. And I was rightfully so because he almost did. Thankfully he didn't. And I was going to kill him if he did. Because, yes, he is single, but I know if Liv found out, that was going to devastate her. And I was not ready for that. So I was very scared this whole time. I was not enjoying myself. I really wanted to be happy. And I was about it. And I was about the fact that they were doing more college things. But I was not looking forward to the hooking up thing. But JJ needed to calm down with trying to get Spencer to hook up with someone. Well, all of them did. Like, Jordan, you are Olivia's brother. Why are you trying to get her ex to hook up with someone? Like, I get you want him to be happy because he's like your brother, but you should want them together. They're happiest together. Like, come on. But also, my favorite part about that whole scene, or not just the scene, the whole college party thing was Spencer saying the thing about like how he loves JJ, but he's not coming near his kids or whatever, which is true, as he should. I would not let JJ around my kids if I were him, or any of his friends. Like, that's not a smart thing to do. I kind of hope either JJ does not become a father or he matures to be one, because I don't think he's in the right mindset yet. Just yet. Maybe eventually. But also, okay, with the party, because we're going to probably talk about the party quite a bit because so much happened. What was Isaiah thinking about posting that video? Because of course Liv was going to see it, and that pissed me off even more. Like, why would he do that? That made me hate him even more, because what was the point? I think he knew Liv was going to see it, or he just didn't think about it because he's an idiot. Probably that. I mean, why would you do that? It doesn't make sense. I just don't get it. I really don't get it, and it upsets me so much that he did that. Because Liv looked so kind of upset when he did, not kind of, she looked so upset when he did it. And it was stressing me out. And damn, my phone is at 3%. Fuck. But anyways, sorry about that. Okay, but she seemed so upset and it made me sad because I wanted her to be kind of happy even though she was hurting. I wanted her to be happy out with the girls because I kind of wanted her to hit it off with Gia. Not in like a flirty way, but them to become friends as well because I really like that girl. I'm kind of worried that I shouldn't trust her, but I'm going to for now because she seems really nice and she's trying to help Patience with her career and her music and everything, and Layla too. And I think Liv needed to kind of not get so mad at Gia. Like, of course, like I said, of course I'm gonna defend her and I get she was hurting, but Gia didn't really do anything. And I get what she was saying about how when Gia said, when I see people I think of fans or whatever, and she sees douchebags or whatever she said, and I agree with her. They seemed like idiots, but I think she shouldn't have gotten that mad at her. But I'm happy they did say that it was a recent breakup, so Gia knows that she doesn't hate her. But you know, and then okay, Spencer. This is the worst part about this. Spencer and that girl stressed me out so much. I was so worried they were gonna sleep together, and I'm so happy they didn't. But when they were dancing together and they kind of went off, I was terrified. I was stressing out. I was texting my friend like panicking because I was so scared at that moment that he was actually gonna sleep with someone. And I said this, yes, he's single, but I would be so pissed off at him because he would hurt my girl Liv, and I love him. But if he hurts Liv, done. Dead until he's gonna be dead to me until he fixes it. So, and okay, next thing with Spencer, of course at the party because this happened there, with Jordan giving Spencer advice, not smart. I love Jordan. I said this before. I love him, adore him at times. I mean, he pissed me off in the earlier seasons, but he's getting better now and I do love him again. But he should not be the one giving Spencer advice. And even Spencer kind of said that when he talked about something with marriage and how he got married in high school, which he's right. Like, of all people to get advice from, don't get or girl advice. Don't get it from Asher, JJ, Jordan, or even Coop too, because I just don't want her to give Spencer any advice. They need to, or he needs to not go to them for advice. And I mean, at least Jordan admitted that when Spencer said the thing about him getting married in high school, and he was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm happy he like was like, okay, yeah, maybe I'm not the best person to get girl advice from. I mean, none of his friends are. I don't know who he should go to. Find a new friend who's really good with girls and is in a good, healthy relationship, and maybe that will be the best option for you. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? He needs more friends. He really does. I really hope he gets more that aren't like Isaiah and intentionally hurt people on the field. But speaking of friends, Asher and Coop are really cute. I don't care. I don't like Coop. I said this. I still don't like her, but their friendship has been growing on me. And I did say this last episode because they had a few scenes together, and I said that this friendship I thought was random, but it's really cute and it makes sense now, and I'm really happy that they're talking and we get scenes of them because I really do like their friendship. Now that I like Asher a little bit more, and I at least like one of them kind of, it's okay, and I appreciate it and I approve of it. Even though I still find it random, I like it, kind of. And then, okay, I cannot talk. I'm so sorry. I'm a mess tonight. Like, it's not late, but I'm really tired. I wrote stuff down to talk about. That's why I'm remembering everything, even though I'm getting better. But, okay, I saw this tweet on Twitter, or something related to it, and I did want to talk about it because I thought of it too. But I saw it on Twitter when I was during a commercial break. The fact that Spencer and Liv both think they're moving on, but they're both not. I'll figure out who tweeted that, or it's not the exact words. It's like, I don't think I copied everything, but I will find out who tweeted that because I 100% agree with them. They're right. They both think they're moving on, which makes me sad, especially the fact that Spencer thinks Liv is done with him and not done, but moved on because Coop said she was out. Pisses me off. They're not done. They'll get back together in a few episodes. They're still in love, you know, done with that. And then, okay, I'm so sorry. I'm like looking through, what is it? I'm looking through my list. I'm so sorry. I'm such a mess tonight. My voice is off too. Like, damn. Okay. Now, my favorite part of the episode, Spencer not hooking up with the girl, which made me happy, but it also, I felt so bad for him when he was in the bathroom. Like, it's like, come on, like, why can't I? Because he was thinking about Liv, like, as he should. I mean, he's still so in love with her. And the fact that he called her made me so happy, even though she didn't answer, which I don't blame her. I wouldn't too, but it made me so happy, you know. But that girl he was about to hook up with was hot. I will say that. I did think she was pretty, but no. And then, okay, Jamie picking up JJ when he got busted made me like her a lot more that she did that, even though I was 100% with Asher about leaving him. I would too, but it made me like her even more, just how sweet she was and how she cared and didn't want him to do that, even though at the end she was like, you know, I should have just walked you home. She really does care and is a nice person and a sweetheart, so I'm really hoping we see more of her, and I hope she becomes, well, she is a reoccurring character, but I hope she's in almost every episode coming up because I would like to see more of her. And then also Gia working for Layla. I don't know why I wasn't expecting that to happen. It made sense now that I'm thinking about it, and it makes sense. But I really do like Gia, even though I'm worried she's gonna like stab me in the back eventually, or stab all of us and hurt everyone. But I really like her so far, and I love Layla and Gia's friendship and Patience and Gia's friendship. I think it's cute, and I think that she's gonna help them a lot if she actually is not an imposter and trying to fuck everything up, you know? And then, well, I said this already, I think, about Jordan believing Liv and Billy, which makes me so happy, and he kind of called him out. Spencer's gonna find out, so I'm scared. I'm terrified, you know? I don't know. And then JJ hooking up with the girl. Was not expecting that. Happy it happened though, so Spencer won't go after her. So, you know, it's okay. And then, okay, Jordan needs to relax with the, his jokes, because the gift was cute to Layla, but it was still stupid. I don't care. I love him, but his jokes aren't good. I laugh at stupid jokes, but his were just pathetic. You know, okay. Also, I did kind of bring this up, but I want to say it again. I'm happy Liv is taking the lead of the story again. Or I think I might have said that. I'm not sure. Because it is her story, and of course Billy wants her to be happy and wants to help her. But it's her story, and I want her to take full leadership. Also, because it will distract her, and it's okay. But then also, the last thing I want to talk about with the episode, Isaiah getting that stupid fucking scholarship because he hurt a kid pissed me off so much, and I'm happy Spencer's figuring it out now about it. Fuck Isaiah. Fuck that man. You know. Okay. And then that's the end of this, not the episode yet. Soon. It will be done. But that's like the end of what happened in this episode and talking about it. And then so the promo, we're getting Spolivia next episode, and Jordan and Liv, which I'm excited about. And then my theories for next episode are, because of course there's going to be angst, we saw that, but then I think that they're going to make up from that still I saw on Twitter, and they're going to talk about their issues, and I think in a few episodes before they get back together, they're going to hook up. I think they're going to hook up. I really do think that they will. And then I saw stills for this episode, so I know that they look for dresses for Grace, which I'm really happy we get to see that Spencer moment, like Spencer and Grace moment, and I think that Liv might actually help, which will make me even happier if she kind of steps in and helps. And then we see Layla and Patience on a red carpet, which I'm excited we're finally seeing that. I really am. And I think that's all I know is happening this episode or next episode. I'm not 100% sure what else is, because all we saw in the promo was Bolivia angst, Jordan trying to get them to fix it. Well, because Spencer finds out next episode, and I think he tries to help. So we'll see Spill of Yanks, which I'm nervous for, but I'm excited we're gonna finally see them having scenes together. So yeah, sorry this was so chaotic. I am exhausted. I'm exhausted from school. Today was a very long day. I'm sorry my voice was fucked up. I'm not feeling the best. I think I have a cold. So I'm really sorry about that. And I'm sorry I coughed really loudly in the middle of the episode. But thank you guys so much for listening. I'm going to try to catch up with All American Homecoming. And I'll do episodes for the first 2 episodes. Like sometime this week. And so I'll be caught up. And I will upload them either the day I do All American, just a little bit after it, or the next day. I'm still trying to figure that out. But again, thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Bye.